Good morning. Well, good afternoon. Let's put some music on for our story time with Reverend Reese. How's everybody doing this morning? Well, this afternoon, I would say. Um, it is a wonderful day, and this is the day that the Lord has made. And as always, we shall rejoice and be glad in it. I'm glad to be back on here today. Been a little busy this last couple of days, but and all things aside, we're back on track and we're back to our regular schedule. So today's story time is still coming from one of my favorite books, Winnie the Pooh, because it has like 4 stories in it. So I love Winnie the Pooh, and we're going to go ahead and read today about Winnie the Pooh and a day for Eeyore. Let's see what that story is about. So, boys and girls, get snuggled, get your blankets on, get cuddly and nice and warm, for this is now our story time with Reverend Reed. One day, as Winnie the Pooh stood on the old wooden bridge that crossed the river that ran through the 100-acre wood, he dropped a fair cone into the water. Pooh watched it disappear, then reappear on the other side of the bridge. Now, if I could drop 2 cones, I wonder which will come out first. Well, as Winnie quite expected, the big cone came out first, and the little cone came out last. And that was how Pooh invented the game called Pooh Sticks, even though it began with fir cones. See his game, Pooh Sticks? He put 2 cones in the water. Not long after that, Pooh and Piglet, Rabbit and Roo were all playing Pooh Sticks together. Rabbit recited the rules. All right now, the first stick to pass all the way under the bridge wins. On your marks, get set, go! Pooh anxiously waited to see which stick would come out first. I see your stick, Piglet. It's the gray one. But Pooh soon discovered that it wasn't a gray stick at all. It was Eeyore's tail. And if you find Eeyore's tail, you can be assured of finding who? Eeyore. Don't pay any attention to me. Nobody ever does. Now the problem was how to get Eeyore out of the water. Who offered a suggestion? If we all throw stones and things into the river, on one side of Eeyore, the stones would make waves and the waves would wash him to the other side. That was a most brilliant solution. Thank you. You're welcome. And the others quite agreed. You think that's going to work? Trying to get Eeyore out of the water? Who found a nice big boulder and rolled it into the bridge. Rabbit, as usual, gave the instructions. All right, Pooh. Now, when I say now, you can drop it. 1, 2, now. See him rolling the boulder? Unfortunately, the boulder hit Eeyore in the softest spot of his tummy, and he sunk. Pooh stuck his head and watched his friend disappear. Oh dear, perhaps it wasn't such a very good idea. But just then, Piglet caught sight of Eeyore climbing up into the riverbank. Look, there he is. Of course, they all wanted to know how Eeyore had fallen in. Emptying the water from one ear, the great old donkey explained, I was thinking by the side of the river, minding my own business. Then I received a loud bounce. Before anyone could make a guess, the unexpected rabbit. Hello, rabbit! There goes Tigger bouncing into the situation. Tigger, did you bounce Eeyore? No, I didn't. Really, I just had a cough. See? Huh, huh. And besides, bouncing is what Tiggers do best. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Rabbit nodded grimly. Uh-huh. So you did bounce Eeyore. Ah, Tigger. Some people have no sense of humor. And with that, Tigger turned and bounced down the path. Bounce, 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 bounce. A very soggy Eeyore wondered over his unusual behavior. Eeyore followed the riverbank to his gloomy spot. Pooh ran after him. Eeyore, what's the matter? You seem so sad. Why should I be sad? It's my birthday, the happiest day of the year. Can't you see all the presents, the cake, the candles, and the pink sugar frosting? Of course, there were no presents. Or go ahead and enjoy yourself. Oh, it was Eeyore's birthday, and it seemed like everybody had forgotten. Kind of sad. Pooh felt very bad for Eeyore, so he hurried home as fast as he could to tell the others. When he arrived at his house, who should be there but Piglet? Hello, Pooh. I was trying to reach the knocker. Let me do it for you. Pooh lifted the knocker and rapped on the door. Piglet, I found out what's troubling poor Eeyore. It's his birthday, and nobody has taken any notice of it. Now you'll remember that Pooh is a bear of a very little brain. Well, Piglet, whoever lives here certainly takes a long time answering his door. Piglet said, but Pooh, isn't this your house? Oh, it is. Pooh opened the door and they went inside. Pooh forgot that was his house he was knocking on. Funny Pooh. Piglet, must get poor Eeyore a present of some sort. Pooh went directly to his cabinet and got down a nice big jar of honey. This should do very well. What are you going to give him, Piglet? Perhaps I could give Eeyore a balloon. I have one at home. Piglet trotted off in one direction to his house. And in the other direction, Pooh went with his jar of honey towards Eeyore's gloomy spot. See, they're gathering the gifts for Eeyore. Who had only traveled a short distance when a small voice deep inside his tummy spoke to him. Mm-mm. Now then, Pooh, time for until he had taken the last lick from inside the honey jar. Oh, Waggle, this jar seems to be missing something. Perhaps Owl can help. Poor Pooh. He just doesn't know how to not eat honey. Wasn't that jar for Eeyore? Mm. At Owl's house, Pooh explained all about Eeyore's birthday. Owl nodded wisely. Hmm. What are you giving him, Pooh? Hmm. I'm giving him this useful pot to keep things in. And I was wondering if you could write something on it. My spelling is wobbly. So instead of giving him a pot of honey, Pooh decides to give him an empty pot. You think that'll be good? Let's see. So Owl wrote on the pot, "A happy birthday with love from Pooh." Pooh thanked Owl and happily went on his way, while Owl flew off to tell Christopher Robin about Eeyore's birthday. As Owl flew overhead, Piglet waved from the down below, holding tight the big, bright red balloon he was taking to Eeyore. "Hello, Owl! Many happy returns of Eeyore's!" Oof! He ran straight into the trunk of the tree. Piglet and the balloon bounced up and down until the balloon burst. "Oh dear, what shall I do? How shall I?" "Well, perhaps Eeyore doesn't like balloons very much." Piglet sadly gathered up the flattened balloon and continued on his way. It just doesn't look like the gifts that are working out for Eeyore are being able to be given to him. Hmm, what are we going to do? It wasn't long until Piglet found Eeyore sitting under a tree. "Good afternoon, Eeyore." "Good afternoon, Piglet. If it is a good afternoon, which I doubt." Piglet handed Eeyore what was left of the balloon. "I'm very sorry, but when I was running to bring it, I fell down." Eeyore looked at the balloon and smiled. "A birthday balloon for me? And it's red, my favorite color." "Is red your favorite color?" "Red's my favorite color." Eeyore was happy. You see him smiling? Just then Pooh arrived. "I've brought you a little present, Eeyore. It's a useful." Dropped it in the pot, then took it out again. Pooh was very pleased with himself. "I'm glad I thought of giving you a useful pot to put things in." Piglet grinned a big grin. "And I'm glad I thought of giving you something to put in a useful pot." It looked like the gifts actually worked out, huh? Later that day, Christopher Robin gathered everyone together to celebrate Eeyore's birthday, and he brought along a cake covered with pink sugar frosting. Eeyore made a wish and blew out all the candles. "Hooray! Hooray!" Then Christopher Robin cut the cake and passed it around that everyone had a piece. Isn't that a nice cake? That looks pretty. Just then, A great halloo was heard over the celebration. Rabbit knew it could mean only one thing. Sure enough, Tigger came bouncing along and knocked Rabbit into the ground. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Tigger, Christopher Robin giggled. Hello, Tigger. We're having a party. A party? Oh boy, Tiggers love parties and cakes. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Rabbit glared at Tigger. You got a lot of nerve showing up here after what you did to Eeyore. I think Tigger should leave. But Christopher Robin had a better idea. I think we ought to play Pooh Sticks. See them all gathered together? So they gathered on the old wooden bridge and played the game for many contented hours. And Eeyore, who had never played it before, won more times than anyone else. Poor Tigger won none at all. Grr, Tiggers don't like Pooh Sticks. It was getting late, and Rabbit decided that it was time for him. Eeyore, it's been a delightful party. Ooh. As Tigger trotted sadly home, Eeyore caught up with him. Tigger, I'm happy to tell you my secret for winning at Pooh Sticks. Would you like to know? It's very easy. You just have to let your stick drop in a tick sport sort of way. Tigger laughed and bounced along after Eeyore. Oh yeah, I forgot to twitch. That was my problem. See Eeyore helping him out? Then just on the other side of the hill, where no one else could see, Tigger bounced Eeyore because that's all Tiggers do best. And Eeyore, with memories of what a wonderful birthday he had, didn't seem to mind a bit. Tigger bouncing along. Bounce, bounce, bounce. The end. So that was the story of Winnie the Pooh and a day for Eeyore. What it seems like it was Eeyore's birthday and he thought that everybody had forgot about his birthday and was sad because he didn't get any of the gifts that he had wanted, any of the presents or pink cake. At the end of the day, his friends came along and they gave him exactly everything that he had asked for. And they had a good time and played a game. And even at the end, when Tigger didn't learn how to play very well, Eeyore still was able to help him learn the trick to playing the game. Isn't that a great story? It kind of teaches us that sometimes we might have bad days too, just like Eeyore. We might have days where we think that people forget about our birthdays or don't really think about us or don't care. And we say it's not, to not worry about it and get sad. But remember that there's always people that care about you, whether it be friends, your mom, your dad, family, sisters, whomever. And they always love you and they're always there for you. And just at the end, just like with Eeyore, when he had a good day, so will you. So let this day continue to be a great day for you. No matter what, the sun is shining. And this is the day that the Lord has made. And we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye-bye.